What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from Anime Uproar, back at it again to discuss the latest, craziest One Piece chapter. And I gotta say, this one was filled with many great parts, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you enjoy seeing these One Piece reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you could do is smash that like button and share this video with any cultured pirates that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all or you will miss future One Piece videos. And while you impatiently wait for the next chapter to drop, you can check out my brand new podcast called The Dragon Ball Virgin, where my friend who doesn't watch anime at all and I will discuss each arc of the famous series from start to finish on a weekly basis. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you listen to podcasts, and you'll also be able to experience it live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday on the Rank Cafe Twitch channel. I'll put all the links to that and to the One Piece version as well in the description. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. This chapter is called A Lone Force, so we're forced to ask ourselves, who is this lone force? And having read the chapter, I can say it's a very hype lone force, but let's continue. We start with Sasaki being freed. He was tied up by Denjiro, but even at the time, I was like, why didn't he kill him? I expected something like this would happen, and the last thing we need is another strong opponent to fight. So I really hope Denjiro has his reasons for not finishing him off when he could have. Sasaki seems to address this somewhat when he says that he was betrayed by one of his closest friends, so possibly Denjiro may have viewed him as a friend and didn't want to kill him, but still I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't take him out considering everything that's at stake. Hopefully that close friendship works in our favor later on. There's also comments about the damage of Big Mom's attack. It has incinerated the surroundings even far from the dome. Even Sasaki, a strong dude himself, comments that her power, since it is able to reach so far, is mind-blowing. A sacred tree was taken down and Sasaki was set loose as a result. Again, we're seeing how Wano and its culture is being negatively impacted by the pirate invaders, namely Kaido and now Big Mom, who couldn't care less about anything sacred to the native people. Sasaki says he'll make Kyoshiro aka Denjiro pay for his betrayal, but we'll see. I don't think it'll be quite that straightforward. We then see Kaido in his dragon form in the battlefield, which consists of Numbers and Sulong Minx. Jack is there, although he's definitely going down if anyone is in this battle. The Red Scabbards look calm, cool, and collected in the middle of this war. As Kinemon is seemingly about to attack Jack, Sulong, Nekomamushi, and Inuarashi stop him. They've got this, and you can bet that Jack is sweating. It wasn't easy for Jack before to get an upper hand. He even played dirty then. Now, against the Sulong tag team, I think this all-star can say his prayers. It may not be over quick because Oda wants us to savor the revenge, but I think they'll definitely get their revenge and it will be sweet. Then we jump to the other all-stars, namely King and Queen, and I laughed out loud during this conversation. As Queen is commenting that these guys were in Udon prison and he doesn't know what happened, King just says, and I quote, "At this point, I've already set my expectations so low for you, it's hard to get mad when you fail," end quote. That is one of the best lines and biggest burns I have ever read. This panel perfectly illustrates the difference between these two. King is stoic and a man of few words, while Queen can't stop talking and gets easily triggered, shocked, and angry. Not surprisingly, Queen doesn't appreciate King's words. Then King reaches out to the Flying Six. As we jump to Drake and Hawkins, Drake is pretty much encouraging Hawkins to betray the pirates he joined because of force, which emphasizes to us at least how he is an undercover agent who doesn't really want what's best for the Beast Pirates. Hawkins comments that the probability of quote-unquote that man being alive tomorrow morning is 1%. I'm guessing that man is Luffy, although that's not confirmed. It would make sense since he's taking on 2 Yonko and 30,000 men, but we all know that Oda is not gonna do us like that. Luffy is the protagonist and we all know he's gonna get the One Piece. But stuff like this still raises the tension, the stakes, and the eventual hype of overcoming all odds. And hey, it isn't 0% too, which is a good sign against 2 Yonko. When King speaks, he gives us another huge piece of information. He says that 5,000 intruders infiltrated their banquet of 30,000 men and that this is the greatest failure since Onigashima was founded. Again, the Straw Hats are making history and defying the odds. Luffy's influence and bounty, and I love bounties, will grow nicely after this arc. There's no doubt about that at this point. I also love how Black Maria is just smiling, totally unfazed by the unprecedented bad news. I'm a big fan of her, pun intended. King decides that the infighting is going to be put on hold and that even if they catch Yamato, there will be no fighting in All-Star. Now they need to stick together. King thus far has definitely been coming off as a very formidable villain and leader. I'd love to see a powered up Zoro take him on at some point. And we get Ulti being her lovable, blatant, and very cute self, wanting Pei-Pei to give her a piggyback ride and talking back to King, fearlessly. King doesn't even bother to punish such behavior, everyone just accepts that Ulti is this way at this point. She's got a very kawaii Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing going on with a Dino waifu twist. King then lets them know that Kaido is on the roof and their main job is to stop the enemy from ascending the castle. Which kind of totally reminds me of a Mario game where you're trying to get to Bowser. But the point is, that means we will get some epic clashes between the Straw Hats and friends who are right now trying to ascend. And I like how King tells them don't underestimate them. Luffy and his crew are no longer being slept on, even when it comes to higher ups in the strongest crews, and that's huge in and of itself. I still remember in the early arcs when our guys were always underestimated, so to think that we've come this far is epic. Then we jump to Who's Who says he wants to take out Queen and he needs Drake's help. Drake plays his part well, saying he doesn't want to weaken Kaido's forces. And then we jump from this infinitely interesting convo to the battlefield where we see more numbers. People straight up can't believe that creatures can be this big when they see the numbers. They go for the legs, and humans are straight up bugs compared to the size of the numbers. The samurai want to clear the way for the Straw Hats, but these huge numbers with their huge weapons are not gonna let that happen. As one swings his huge spiked club at our guys, Zoro cuts it effortlessly. Luffy smiles and Jinbei catches the sliced off half of the club with one arm. This is a great moment where we get to see how far our crew has come. Luffy mentions that if they were the same as when they fought Oars, they would have had to work together to take him down. But this time is different, he says. He transforms to Gear 4 and the rest of the crew is smiling, except Usopp, who is definitely the queen of the Straw Hats right here with his sweaty eye-popping reaction. When Hyogoro sees Luffy's form, he says it is just like the Wisdom King or Buddhist deity. I look forward to seeing the official translation here, but this definitely seems like a significant observation. We jump scenes again, but I have no doubt at this point that Luffy can take out the numbers by himself. If he couldn't, this would be the stupidest plan ever after all. Then we jump to Drake, who is clearly in pain with bloodshot eyes. Turns out, Queen and Who's Who are working together to question Drake, saying that he is the one who helped Trafalgar Law escape. This is a possibility that I brought up before, and it would make sense because Drake, as an undercover marine guy, would want to weaken the stronger force as much as possible, which would be the Beast Pirates. Since Kaido has the highest bounty of the living Yonko, it would make sense that military personnel would do what they can to aid in his downfall. Hawkins seems to be siding with the Beast Pirates, also saying it had to be Drake and wondering about his objective. I mentioned before that things were looking too good for our side, and here we seem to have some pushback. Queen and Who's Who might have had beef, and Hawkins, who might have helped the Straw Hats, now seem to be solidly working together as a unified front. The infighting and lack of unity that characterized Kaido's crew no longer seems to be a big issue. When the chips are down, people seem to be sticking together, and that does not bode well for our forces. But I do love the fact that Drake's true colors are finally out in the open. I've been waiting for this, and I'm so glad it's finally here. Queen doesn't know that Drake is working for the Marines, and Drake says he won't say anything. But Queen believes he will when he gets a taste of torture. Drake is quick on the draw though, and when he gets an opportunity, he runs. He considers his options, and instead of going back to the Marines, he decides that all hope is not lost. He takes down one giant as Luffy takes down another. In a cool moment, we get a flashback of OG Kobe, the Marine Goat, telling Drake that Luffy is absolutely incredible. People are shocked that a Flying Six member attacked a giant, but Drake's focus is on Luffy, who appears to represent his hope. He proclaims that he's the lone force from the title and wants to fight alongside Luffy, who is understandably shocked by this news. First, Kaido's daughter and now a Flying Six member too. I am hella hyped for this alliance. We got so many epic moments in this chapter. Let me know what you thought of this one and what you expect to happen next in the comments. And that is it for this one. We had epic Straw Hat moments, epic King moments, epic Drake moments, and such a hype alliance. Amazing stuff. These chapters haven't disappointed, and I just see things getting better and more hype from here. But anyways, if you enjoyed this review and want to keep them coming, then the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video with any cultured pirates that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Piece videos. Our Nakama is almost 1 million strong, which is awesome to think about. Thank you all. And while you impatiently wait for the next chapter to drop, you can check out my brand new podcast called The Dragon Ball Virgin, where my friend who doesn't watch anime at all and I will discuss each arc of the famous series from start to finish on a week-by-week basis. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you listen to podcasts, and you'll also be able to experience it live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday on the Rank Cafe Twitch channel. I'll put all the links to that and to the One Piece Virgin as well in the description. I also want to thank all of you because the channel has been growing faster than ever and it's unreal. We passed 950,000 subscribers and are actually approaching 1 million subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys. And I especially want to thank the Patron Squad over on Patreon who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the Patron of Legend, the one acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, Alpha Sigma, and are the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Ingrata, The World, Acquire Respect, Bate Heffa, Jonathan King, Rithuen Deora, Liam Thompson, Emperor Otaku, Thomas Jones, Kin Mano, and Admirath. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, who's the current most donated overall champion of the world, Nothing But a Fan, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Actor, Hirokami in Water, Bonnie Parks, Jason Wilson, Florian, Joanne Garcia, Steelers, McShamus, Jessica Kayla Fond, Deadly Saint, and Stern Hawkins. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/animeuproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord, where we talk about anime life and, of course, thank memes. So check out patreon.com/animeuproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel by clicking the blue join button next to the subscribe button that you've hopefully already destroyed. So yeah, you can support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!